It's Friday, and we have been talking together about how to cultivate resiliency in children. And we've been exploring 5 F words: foundation, family, failure, fluidity, and today, funny. Funny. An important part of resiliency is to be able to take ourselves lightly. It's important that as a family that you begin to practice the discipline of tapping the funny bone. Show your children how to take themselves lightly by taking yourself lightly. Use humor to draw your family together. And can I just give one small warning about humor? Humor can be used to separate. When we mock or make fun of someone or take them more lightly than they are taking themselves, we actually can separate. However, if the humor that we use draws us together, now we've given the connection. Can you hear all the pieces? Foundation, family, failure, fluidity, all coming together in a beautiful piece of humor. And I'd like to just tell a very personal story from our family's life. So about 4 years ago, I was diagnosed as being positive for the breast cancer gene. I don't have cancer, I didn't have cancer, but I'm positive for the gene, and that means that my percentage, my chance for getting cancer was very high. So I needed to have a number of surgeries, and one of those surgeries was going to throw me headlong into menopause. And women, y'all back me up, that is not the greatest adventure of a lifetime. And I knew that I was going to have some emotional tumult, not only from the loss and shock of all that was happening, but from being thrown headlong into menopause. And so we sat down, my husband and I, with our children, and it was at the kitchen table, and we were very somber. My eyes were red from crying. I mean, it was a rough period. But we wanted to sort of prepare them for what was happening. And so we sat at the table with our 2 beautiful, amazing daughters, and I began to say, I'm going to need to have these surgeries. I'm safe. I'm going to be safe. But I'm going to need to have these surgeries, and it may mean that I'm going to have some strong emotions. It may be that I cry and I don't even know why. It may be that I'm angry and I don't even know why. And I just want you to know that may not actually be how I'm feeling, and it's not about you. It was just this tender, vulnerable time. And my youngest daughter, who has the incredible gift of humor, she drops her head down on the table and buries it. And I'm thinking, oh no, this is so heavy. And she says, oh good, we're going to learn some more swear words. And at first you could have heard a pin drop as that little piece of humor, first of all, what other swear words could you learn? But anyway, as that little piece of humor began to trickle down inside of us, and we started to laugh. And we started to laugh our bodies were involved. I was laughing so hard, tears of relief were flowing down my face. We laughed and we laughed and we laughed and we laughed. And it was such a gift to tap that funny bone in that moment for our family. It helped us to take the situation more lightly because you know what? Foundational. We are foundationally held as God's beloved. Family. No matter what was happening, we were going to be connected together. Failure, there were going to be moments, an admission of vulnerability of my own failure as a parent due to many things. The other was fluidity. This situation was moving and changing all the time. And to tap the funny bone at that moment solidified us. It brought us together. And it was a beautiful moment. So can I just invite you, as a family, what would it look like to cultivate the kind of humor that draws you together? The kind of humor that notices the absurd. And I mean, our world is full of it. Notice the absurd and names it. So I hope that in these last 5 weeks, these few videos, thinking about these F words of cultivating resiliency, that you've come up with a few ideas, that you've maybe heard the Spirit offer you an invitation in this time in the world where the one thing that we do want to give our children is resiliency, so that they can navigate their own life with themselves, their own life with others, and their own life with God. Thanks for joining me. It's been an honor to have your ear.